Welcome back. We start off with the United States. Consumer confidence saw further improvement in November, driven by growing optimism over the labor market and a rally in stock markets. The Conference Board reported its consumer confidence index rose to 111.7, up from 109.6 in October. This surpassed economist expectations of 111.3, highlighting expected economic sentiment. The figures reflect a continued boost in consumer sentiment, signaling resilience in the U.S. economy. Housing Finance Agency U.S. single-family home prices saw a solid increase in September with a 0.7% rise from the previous month, following an upwardly revised 0.4% gain in August. Prices were up 0.4% year-on-year through September for August, previously reported at 4.2%. However, the pace of growth slowed compared to the second quarter. In the July to September quarter, house prices rose at a 2.86% annualized rate, down from 3.76% pace in the second quarter. Moreover, the White House has said that companies have pledged to invest more than $1 trillion in the U.S. industries such as semiconductors and clean energy during the Biden administration, citing the passage of 3 critical laws in recent years. U.S. President Joe Biden has cited the bipartisan infrastructure law, the CHIPS and Science Act, and the Inflation Reduction Act as helping to push his sweeping infrastructure agenda and to create more jobs nationwide. Biden highlighted the legislative efforts aimed at rebuilding infrastructure, fostering a clean energy economy, and revitalizing U.S. manufacturing after years of offshoring. He emphasized that these investments in emerging industries are securing America's future while creating opportunities for workers and communities that have often been overlooked. On another note, President-elect Donald Trump has announced plans to impose a 25% tariff on all imports from Mexico and Canada starting January 20th. He stated that this measure would be one of his first executive orders targeting illegal immigration and drug trafficking. According to the statement from Trump on Truth Social, the proposed tariffs would remain in place until the issue of illegal border crossings and drug smuggling are resolved. In a follow-up post, Trump announced that the U.S. will be charging China an additional 10% tariff above any additional tariffs on all of the many Chinese products that come into the U.S. Trump's announcement, China's embassy in Washington emphasized that neither the U.S. nor China would benefit from a trade war. The embassy reiterated that the economic and mutually beneficial. The Chinese government added that it has made strides in addressing drug trafficking as part of a commitment made following an agreement between Joe Biden and Xi Jinping last year. China has reportedly updated the U.S. on the progress of its law enforcement operations aimed at curbing the flow of fentanyl precursors. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum has announced that she will send a letter to U.S. President-elect Donald Trump calling for dialogue and cooperation in light of his promise to impose 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canada. She warned that such tariffs could lead to a cycle of retaliatory measures, jeopardizing shared business interests. Sheinbaum also emphasized the potential economic consequences of the tariffs, including inflation and job losses in both countries. Announcement saying that if U.S. President-elect Donald Trump follows through on his threats of tariffs on Canada, it would have an impact on both countries and economies, and that the central bank would incorporate those into the economic forecast. Deputy Governor Reyes Mendez highlighted that the significant impact of these developments on the economies of both the U.S. and Canada during a Q&A session in Charlton on Prince Edward Island. Mendez noted that the bank will monitor the situation closely and begin details new policies once they are implemented.